Hello and welcome to my Top 5 cast. I'm Doug Gerton. I have two special guests today. Let me not waste any more time and bring them up. They're Sean Carter and Rick Canavan. Okay, so we got Sean. Rick, we can't tell if he's doing a bit or if he's really having trouble with his computer. Anybody that knows Rick knows that it's impossible to tell.
Yeah.
Most of the time, 99% of the time, it's a bit. And he would take it out this long. So I'm still not ruling it out. He's saying he needs to find his laptop. I don't know why he didn't have his laptop to start. He's just going to go on his phone. So it's just me and you, Sean. How are you?
Yeah, I think, Rick was probably just planning on doing it on his phone in a grocery store or something.
Yeah, he had some bit planned that he can no longer do, and he's very upset about it, I'm sure.
Yeah, and now he's digging at the laptop and trying to get in. And,
trying to think of another bit, I'm sure. Just thinking, what can I do? Can't take it seriously. So, all right. Well, I could talk to you, Sean. We could talk to you about what's going on in your life. Anything special going on in your life?
Oh man, there's so much. So I'm opening a comedy club in Bristol, Tennessee.
Bristol, Tennessee. That is home of the Bristol racetrack.
It is, yeah.
Is it close to the track, or is it a big city?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of, it's not a big city, so it's like the track is, probably 10 minutes away from where the club's going to be. Everything's about 10 minutes away. So
nice. Yeah. So that's great. How did this start? When did this start?
Well, you might remember about a year and a half ago, before there was a virus that everybody was masking up for.
I believe I remember that time.
Yeah, my wife and I decided to go on the road. We sold everything that we had. We had no belongings, and we went into an RV to go around the country and just do comedy, and that's it. And then we decided to stop in Tennessee first because that's where her parents live, and she wanted to visit her parents. So we stopped there, and then we got there, and after like a week, everything was closed. And they're like, "You're not going anywhere. You can't go bring your RV anywhere. You just have to live in your in-laws' basement for the next 6 months until you decide to buy a house." I mean, that's not what they said, but that's what happened.
I believe they said that. That's okay. Yeah. That's crazy. I didn't know that part of the story. I thought you just chose Tennessee because why not? It's a great state.
No, we were just like, we don't know when this is going to end. And then we took in a foster child. So we were like, we should stay where we are, I guess.
Say that again?
We brought in we are raising a baby, a foster child. Yeah.
Is that public?
Some people know. Yeah.
I didn't know. That's awesome.
I mean, it's not real public because I'm not posting pictures of the kid everywhere and talking about it all the time.
Well, you can't legally.
Yeah. So, I mean,
that's amazing. That's awesome.
Yeah.
My mom fostered kids my whole life.
Oh, no kidding.
I grew up I grew up around it. I think it's awesome. That's great.
Yeah. So it's been an exciting year. Yeah.
To say the least. Now, when does this club start?
Our opening show is on July 9th, and Andrew Mayer will be our headlining comedian that weekend.
Wow, Andrew Mayer, winner of the Boston Comedy Festival. Real big shot. Big shot. It's a good get. That's great. That's amazing. Now, have you immersed yourself into the Tennessee comedy scene? Are you known, or is this a big deal down there? Or
I mean, it's the past year and a half, everything's been closed, but it's not really been like I could submerge myself in the comedy scene. There's a scene in Knoxville. There's a scene in Asheville, which is actually closer to me than Knoxville.
I've been to Asheville, North Carolina. You mean?
Yeah. That's about an hour and a half from me.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I haven't really gotten to know anybody in either of those spots because we were locked inside for the past year.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So how are you going to find comics?
I mean, I've been introduced to some through comedian friends of mine that, have been like, oh, look up this person. They live in Nashville or Knoxville. They're really funny. Or, Asheville and they're really funny. And so I've met a couple people that way, just talked online. And I hit my first open mic of the year 2 nights ago, I think. So I met a couple people that way.
Okay.
And I'm just planning on like going to a lot of shows before we open and meeting a lot of people.
Yeah, you could do a little scouting. Now, is there any scene in Bristol right now?
Oh, dude, funny you should ask. So for 200 years or whatever, there's never been a comedy club in Bristol, Tennessee.
Right.
And we put in our beer. No, we signed our lease. Our lease, and the next day I called to apply for a beer permit. And the you put it in with the police station, and the captain was like, "Okay, is this in the 500 building?" And I was like, "No, this is in the 600 building." And he's like, "Well, somebody's opening a club on the next block."
A comedy club?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who is it?
I don't know the person. Apparently, they're from Atlanta, or they're from here, and they moved to Atlanta and then moved back. So they're probably more involved. They were probably more involved in the Atlanta scene. I'm coming down from Boston. And then there's a third club. There's a Comedy Zone that just opened on the other side of town. So there's actually going to be 3 comedy clubs in Little Bristol, Tennessee.
Wow. I don't know how, but I think Canavan's behind this. I don't know how he did it.
Yeah. He probably set it up. Yeah.
I'm sure he did. Yes. I mean, that's the only thing that makes sense. That's crazy. Very random. It might not be a terrible thing, though.
I'm fine with it because, like, they're all small. They're all going to be small clubs. I mean, we're looking at like 100 seats. I think that's what other people are looking at too. So it's like, hopefully, comics are like, let's go to Bristol because I can hit like 3 different clubs.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's such a bad thing to have that.
Yeah.
Do you miss Boston at all?
Yeah. I mean, I love Boston, but I hate the traffic. So I went back to visit once, and it was like a half an hour before I was like, get me out of here.
Yeah, the Boston traffic is back in full force. Yeah, back like nothing ever happened. Yeah, it's real bad. I drive it all the time. It's real bad. Yeah, luckily, I'm on the clock, so I'm like in whatever, so I don't really care. But no, it's not fun.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All right, very interesting. Did you get any text from Rick? Yeah, is he? I know he said he hates us.
Rick just wrote "trying" with 4 exclamation points. So,
this is great. Well, do you remember the first time you were on this podcast with Ted?
Oh man, I remember. Did we record that in Somerville?
I believe so.
At Ted's girlfriend's house at the time.
I think yes, exactly.
Yeah, I do remember that. Did we talk about sandwiches? Or
we did. Do you remember your list?
Yeah.
Any chance to remember your list?
Oh man, I don't know, but I feel like I'd have meatball sub would be up there, and like the turkey sub with like stuffing and cranberry and mayo would be up there. I like those ones a lot, so probably I can't remember the rest of it.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I'm going to see if. Well, he's probably listening. Brian, you want to come on here? Are you Brian still here?
Brian's not here anymore, but I'm here.
Travis, what is going on? What have you heard anything from Rick?
I've never met Rick before in my life.
Yeah, that was just a question.
Do you have a favorite sandwich, Doug Gurton?
Yes. I think the all-time greatest sandwich is got to be a peanut butter and jelly.
Now, do you toast your peanut butter and jelly?
Do I look like somebody that would toast peanut butter and jelly?
Don't toast your peanut butter and jelly.
If we've known each other a little bit now here, Travis, do I look like that kind of psycho that would toast this peanut butter and jelly?
I thought you would also be an aficionado like myself and understand that bread only becomes better once you bake it again.
No, that's wild. I use potato bread, and potato bread, top 5 breads. We can go there.
That would be thrilling content.
Well, got to be better than this. Waiting for Canavan to log on.
Here we go. All right, so number 5 for me would have to be like a solid wheat bread. Like wheat bread's okay, but it's just
best top 5, not bottom 5. Top 5.
Well, how many different types of bread are there?
Well, you ever heard of monkey bread?
I love monkey bread.
Oh, all of a sudden now you there's all these breads.
That's not real bread. That's like
is it not? What's the name of it? How about the band bread? Does that count? That's on my top 5.
Ooh. Wait, you just went to number 4.
Oh, I don't have them ranked. Sean, we'll just do top 5 breads. Waiting for Rick.
Oh, banana bread.
Oh, geez, number one?
Wait, that's number one?
Number one with a bullet.
So, banana bread's weird to me. It's something that I liked as a kid. I almost thought it was like cake. And then the older I got, I'm like, this is like fruit. I don't think I like this anymore. That's kind of good for you. I'm out.
You got to put more butter on it.
Well, I mean, you put butter on anything and it tastes delicious.
Marble Rye is the number one.
Marble Rye number one?
I love a good Marble
We're
Rye.
not talking about Seinfeld episodes. We're talking about bread.
I am talking about bread. Marble Rye toast is one of my favorite things. Oh, my God. I love getting stoned and just making some Marble Rye toast.
Yeah,
I'm a simple man, guys.
That's not simple. That's weird.
How is that weird?
Toasting peanut butter and jelly is weird. All right? I stand by that. Putting it in the fridge, I would rather put it in the fridge. Let's be honest.
So you like a cold PB&J?
I like cool shit. I'm a cool dude.
Do you like so I had a friend that insisted that he couldn't eat a peanut butter and jelly right away. He'd have to make the peanut butter and jelly and let it sit somewhere for hours so that the stuff permeated the bread to the point where it was like, you know what I mean? Like you make it for school, shove it in your bag, and by the time it's lunch, it's basically just like it's soaked up into the bread. Come on.
You don't talk to that person still, do you?
He's one of my best friends in the world.
That explains a lot. When I was a kid, I used to stack them, and I would just get like peanut butter jelly, and make this like big ass thing. That's all we had in the cabinet, so I was hungry. So I was like, let's make a big tall boy and just like a big club peanut butter jelly sandwich. Yeah, not healthy.
No, I can't imagine it is.
Underrated sandwich, ice cream.
I don't believe anybody is imagining that ice cream sandwiches are not great.
Yeah, those are great sandwiches.
Underrated. Nobody ever maybe they do. All right. Top 5 Canavan bits. This has got to be number one.
Oh, Canavan is this guy.
Rick. Yeah, it is. Rick Canavan is this guy. How's he doing? Has he texted you? This is live.
His number one bit is his free cycle bit.
Where'd he go? We found him? What did he say?
He said that he's having a lot of fun doing this bit. And, that we should keep riffing.
Oh, he's watching?
He said you guys are doing great. And this is a lot of fun.
I'll kill him. Rick, come on. People are wanting you on here. Also, don't get off the Twitch, though, because we need the numbers. But,
man. Rick, come on, man. I threw dinner on the stove before I hopped on.
I think it'd be a nice quick show, get it out of the way.
Yeah, I was like, let's do this. I'll go eat afterwards. And
hopefully it's not burnt.
It's not gonna happen.
This is slowly turning into my top 3 cast.
Did you see my poster behind me? It's the Boston Calling poster from last year.
Very nice.
Oh, nice. You were on that, right?
The one that never happened.
Yeah, that's nothing happened.
Yeah, I had to get it because it's like Foo Fighters, and then like my name's on the same bill, so I was like, I'm just gonna get it and like put it on the.
No one will know they didn't have it. You could tell you were on it. Still.
Yeah, just be like, yeah, I was on this thing. Yeah,
murder. Dave Grohl came up.
Great show. I heard you had an amazing show.
Yeah.
Let's do top 5 shows that we've never appeared on.
Oh well, any Boston Calling for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Boston Comedy Festival's final show.
Yeah,
there's a lot. Laugh Boston Weekend. I mean, we can go on.
haven't done that weekend spot yet.
I know Tobin's watching. He's a big viewer. What should we do here, Rick? I mean, Travis.
This is your hot mess, my friend.
No, this is Rick Canavan's hot mess. This is just hilarious.
I can't believe Rick did this to us intentionally.
He totally did. Oh man.
I think he's cahooting with Brian too, because Brian bailed. He didn't want to vamp with you guys.
Yeah, tell Brian to come back on.
Brian was like, I want no part of this right now.
He saw it coming. He's a smart guy. He saw it coming.
Yeah.
The sign was on the wall. Well, that's awesome. You're starting a club, Sean. I'm sure there's so much extra shit that you didn't expect to go through when you first started this thing.
It's crazy. It's just
here we go.
Oh, there he is.
Hey guys.
Bye.
Cool. All right, I gotta go.
Yeah. All right. Good show, everyone.
That's fine.
Hey, Rick. So you were ready on time, and it's not your fault?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, interesting.
I'm glad you were able to pick that up.
Yeah. Whose fault is it?
I think it's the failings of technologies and maybe others. I'm not naming anyone.
No. Why would you? I'm not here to name anybody. I don't know whose fault it could have been. Definitely not the person that was late. Definitely not. It's definitely either me or Sean.
Who was late? I was here.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, I've been here the whole time.
Interesting. Do you see the ticker on the top right of your screen?
No, I don't.
Oh, it's been going on for 27 minutes.
Oh, sorry.
But anyway,
we're
here.
I meant on standby, waiting for your fucking website that doesn't work on any device except for an 8-year-old laptop.
Oh, you have an 8-year-old? What 8-year-old did you steal that laptop from?
Oh, it's fun to be around comedians again.
Yay, we got you, Rick, back on. Thank you for coming on, Rick. Sorry for whatever happened.
It's okay.
I appreciate it.
I apologize to you.
We definitely didn't think it was a bit. So, yes, what topic? Now, finally, we can get to the topic. What topic did you guys choose? Please tell me you chose one.
Rick, top 5 comedy clubs, right?
Yeah, sounds great. Top 5 comedy clubs.
That we performed at.
That you performed that or that you just know about?
That we performed. I'm saying that we performed at.
Okay.
Yeah. Do not like that. Not one.
Oh, that probably means they'll stop doing it.
Okay.
All right. Well, Rick, do you have anything to say? How's your day been? I don't want to just jump right into the list. I'd like to chat with you a little bit. How are you doing? I know Sean's dinner's getting cold, but whatever.
Yeah, mine is also cold. I've been working on tech support instead of eating dinner.
Yeah, sorry to plan this at dinner time. It's just because I know like usually the families like to gather around the computer and watch the show, at dinner.
Yes.
I do think that the problem is not having it around dinner time.
Right.
I think the problem is that when you plan to have dinner at a time, around dinner time, so you can do the thing, and then you find out it's not on Zoom like you assumed it was going to be, because that's what all comedy shows are on now, I think.
No, it's not. StreamYard. That's the new thing, dude. You got to get in with it.
We should change our topic to top 5 frustrations with technology. Right
Zoom,
now, number 5.
Zoom is so 2020.
Bullet.
Zoom is so 2020, dude. Come on, wake up. All right. So, Rick, you look great. Sean, you also look great.
Yeah.
Everybody knows how I look. We're just gonna move on to our number 5. Sean, you've been here this whole time, so I'll let you go first. You were on time, and I just want to thank you for that.
One time I've been here.
I just want to thank you again, Sean, for being on time. Thank you for
I
that.
was on this, and then at one point I was on this thing.
Right. So, Sean, please give me your number 5 comedy club you've performed at.
Oh man, it would be higher if this thing was still around because it was such a great club. But I gotta say, the Comedy Connection in Faneuil Hall was amazing. So that makes my top 5. But it went away shortly after I started doing comedy, so I don't have like a ton of fond memories there.
It went away right before I started. It knew I was coming, basically.
Yeah, they're like, let's get out of the way.
Yeah, like this guy's no good. He'll probably try to come on, and let's not do that. Rick, Comedy Connection, have you ever performed there?
Never did. I went to their last Christmas party.
How'd you get in?
They let anyone in. They don't even ask if you're a comedian.
It's
No
true.
kidding.
They just assume if you show up on the night that they're doing their Christmas party, you're supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Why else would you be there? I missed the Christmas parties, the comedy Christmas parties. Those are good. Those will be back. All right, good. Comedy Connection, number 5. I again never been on there, but it didn't make my list. Go ahead, Rick. Number 5.
Number 5. I have my list in front of me. It's well prepared and not coming from the top of my head. I'll be going with.
It's almost like you had plenty of time before we started the show.
Yeah, it's like I had. It was all that time that I wasn't doing tech support, trying to get these devices to work.
Right.
The Catch a Rising Star.
Yeah.
Lincoln, Rhode Island.
Wow, I thought that'd be higher.
Yeah. I'll put it there. I'll put it 5.
Okay.
I met you there.
Yeah, I think I met both of you guys there, I believe.
Spent a lot of time with you there.
Yeah, I remember you and Sean being in that table. That I remember, when I was there, I was so shy to talk to you guys. But yeah, you guys were like the two people. Like, I think I know them. I think I can maybe say hi to those guys. That was the type of thing.
We all started like within a week of each other, right?
No, you guys started like a year before me. I think you guys had already got the train. The train was in motion when I came into the station.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Rick, it was me and you and David Grabner. Those were the 3
That's right.
people at that time.
David Grabner, Nick Albanese. No, Nick Albanese came in a little later, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys were. I remember Furtado was down there. There was a lot of people that was around that time.
Furtado was there before us. Haig was there.
Yeah, that's
before
true.
us.
Oh, really?
But you know what I remember about Catch a Rising Star is that was where I saw Patrice O'Neill blow the light by 45 minutes.
That's great.
Wow.
Oh,
Great.
I think I could come up with a good amount of like. So okay, so I saw Greg Giraldo there one night, which was like a big. I was so excited for it, and then he just did his first album. Like he just did it. He might as well in the same order. And I was so disappointed and upset about it. But as a young comic, now it's very like the guy went and did an hour. Like, what is my problem?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard. That's hard to do. I don't think I've ever seen anybody. I never went to a show there other than a show that I was on. That was great. I love that show because it was in a casino. I mean, that was just like I would just before and after the show, I was betting on dogs and going at the race.
Yeah. And the good thing about it was that because the comedy was a contest, you could lose and then you could go lose again.
Yeah, exactly. And I did that pretty much every night.
Yeah, it's good times.
Good times. Yeah, Frank O'Donnell. He was a good guy. He he told me one time not to make fun of the casino. Like you can't. People come in here, they hear each other. I'm like, who's coming in here?
Yeah,
nobody's in the casino. Who cares?
People who are probably already kind of mad at the casino.
Yeah,
true.
Exactly. Pit Boss isn't coming in here and getting insulted by me making fun of the casino.
Right. Sure.
All right, Sean, please, number 4.
Number 4 is Dick Doherty's, specifically Comedy Vault, that was underneath Remington's back in the day. First bringer show that I ever did, which was a real treat. First time the person at the door ever told me I was an idiot, so that was fun. And first time that Tom Dustin implied that my mother had HPV. So it was a really good night for me.
That's great. Yeah, I did that one time. I think that was my first bringer show as well. I don't know if I even did another one after that, but that quickly closed after I went there. Everything either closes right before or after I start.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's about. Canavan, you were at the Vault, I'm sure, a bunch.
No, probably 4 times.
Oh.
But I'll tell you, I had a blast every time.
Yeah, it was a great room. I like the long rooms.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not deep, it's long. That was nice.
I think when I was starting out, there were 2 camps of people. There were people that were like, you pick a club, and that's your club, and then you're their guy. And then there were the people that were like, don't be anybody's guy. And I didn't listen to those second people. So I was not at the Vault much, and I always had this like impression of it until I did it, and I was like, oh, it's a comedy club.
Who knew?
Yeah, and it was great fun, and every time I've been there, I don't think I've ever had a not excellent experience talking to the owner.
What is down there now? What's down there now? Do you know? Maybe Sean wasn't around.
It's probably just storage for like.
Honestly, or like condos or something.
You know what? I think it was probably bought by like Emerson or something.
Yeah, some kind of studio space.
Yeah, I know Emerson had taken the building back over, but I don't know what they've done with it since.
Yeah.
Probably nothing. All right, Rick, number 4, please.
Number 4. For number 4, choose a club that I think it was. I had a lot of fun there. I did a lot of great shows. I think it was pretty mismanaged. Stage Time Comedy Club out of Worcester, Massachusetts. You know, you always hear the like Knicks in the '80s about how you were following your passion and working on these shows just to do them, and you just had to deal with these fucking bookers that just keep you down and just they're putting themselves over. They don't care about you. They're underpaying you. But boy, were those crowds fun.
Sure. Now, what installment of world famous Stage Time Comedy Club? Because it had many homes.
It did. I think my favorite one was in the. I don't remember the name of the restaurant, but I remember.
Jose Murphy's.
What's that?
What is it? No.
Jose Murphy's?
Or are you talking about the cave room?
The cave room was my favorite one. It was.
Wow, Carter, did you do the cave room? You had to have.
I don't know. Did I?
Oh, you didn't even
do
do
one
it.
that Dan Smith started, and then you guys took over.
Huh?
I did the one that Dan Smith had started, and then you guys were doing for a while.
The Jose Murphy's.
Yeah.
We were in the cave for a short time until we hated say it, but I shouldn't even own the place anymore. But it was gross, and I just I know Carter, you're about to start a comedy club, but when we finished,
hang on a second.
Oh, what? Did you not tell the guy who was ready on time?
Hold on. Now, I don't know how this looks on the screen, but John, I'm looking right at you, pal. What?
Well,
yeah. Well, I don't know who books it though. I can't tell you who books it.
Yeah, but you're like the general contractor. You're kind of building it, but you don't have anything to do with booking or anything.
No, I don't have anything to do with the booking. You know,
I think that's a mistake.
You need to write to bookings at thecomedystudio.com to try to get booked at Blue Ridge Comedy Club in Bristol, Tennessee.
Oh, that's the first time you said the name of the club. Say it again.
Blue Ridge Comedy Club in Bristol, Tennessee.
Coming to you.
Yeah.
Yes, the Canal. It was called. The restaurant was called the Canal. Stage Time Comedy Club. And like I was saying, once we stopped, I never want to go back to that. Like, ever. That was horrible. You know, it was fun as a new comic to just get going, and it's kind of a cool thing to do. But once that was over, all of us were like, holy shit, why did we do that? Yeah. Every week? Wild. But hey, good luck with you, Sean. I mean, whatever you got coming on. I mean, I think big things are coming.
Yeah, it'll be a good time.
Yeah. All right. Well, give me your number 3, Sean.
My number 3, now, this place Rick might know well. It's a little old place, started in Harvard Square, moved over to Beaumarket in Somerville, called the Comedy Studio. And that is probably where I have done the most shows of anywhere. So it would probably be higher on the list because I had like a lot of great shows there, a lot of good times. But it's also a place that I bombed at more than most places. So got to bring it back down a little bit, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I agree. I think every comic could say they perform the most at the studio. I think that'd probably be real high on everybody's list. And also with the bomb number. I mean, mine's pretty high up there. Pretty high.
You know?
I did pretty well.
Oh, yeah. Interesting. I've been on a bunch of shows. There,
like, always.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been on a lineup or 2 with you in that place. You've done good.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. I do good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Good.
I do good.
Good every time. Yeah.
I do good every time.
No, I don't mean to laugh. Sean isn't.
I'm doing good right now. I'm just talking about
it. You are killing.
You're honestly.
I'm dying.
That for Sean right there. He's rolling on the floor.
Yeah, like that's as big as Sean gets right there. That's as animated as I've ever seen him.
He's ROFFLN on the LAMOA.
He's laughing so hard he's not even breathing. He's turning green.
You know what? I actually think the stream froze.
I think he's green now. He's turning green, and he's kind of back. All right.
These are the Rick skills I always talk about with Sean.
Back and forth. You guys have been. It's like you guys planned this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Rick, number 3, please.
Number 3.
Ooh, quick.
I feel like I should just talk about the Comedy Studio too, even though it wasn't my number 3. But
you can save it, but whatever. You know, I want. This is a subjective list. Everybody knows it's going to be on you.
Here's what we should do. When we get to my entry of the Comedy Studio, I'll just say the Comedy Studio and move on. We already talked about it. Okay?
Fair trade.
So let's do number 3.
Okay.
Let's probably do the banner again. Brian, hit the thing.
Number 3, please, Travis.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I heard the Bret Hart music. I assumed it was Brian O'Donnell. Can we actually go back to... Let's go to 5. Okay, we'll do 3. We're going 3. Number 3, Wisecracks Comedy Club in Worcester, Massachusetts.
How is that? Wait, now this is interesting.
Yeah.
This is real interesting because
these are... Ask why it's higher on the list? Because I can tell you really fast.
Please.
Better management. The guy who ran it did a bang-up job.
Holy cow. I mean, again, maybe you don't know. Did you know I had something to do with Stage Time Comedy Club? Maybe you didn't know that this whole time.
Hang on a second.
Yeah.
Did your hair used to be longer?
No. Nope. Not that much longer.
Every morning, every half an hour, I have to reshave to get it the exact same length.
No, it's always been this length. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I had a lot to do with it. I even, helped book the shows and run it a bunch of times.
Oh, that's weird because I feel like I only ever got booked through Ryan and Sean. And
those guys died.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's why I don't get booked there anymore.
Yeah. What the fuck? That's ridiculous.
We're not talking about Stage Time. We're talking about Wisecracks Comedy Club.
Oh, sure.
Dan Smith. What a wonderful man.
I love Wisecracks.
Great guy.
He's met people. I'll tell you that about Dan. He's met people.
He has.
He's a great guy. Paid somebody $50 once.
That's John Flagg. Boo. All right, yeah, Wisecracks Comedy Club in Jose Murphy's. He also he would jump around too. He had little satellite Wisecracks shows too that were great. I helped him a lot with the managing and the booking. Like I helped him along the line. He looked up to me a lot.
No, it's a very short man.
Well, no, that too. Yeah, sure. But I know, just he understands I'm smarter than him, and he's just like, oh, so how would you do this, Doug? And I said, oh, well, come here, let me bend your ear a little, and so that's how it became so great. And then when I took over, obviously it was just like a boom.
Oh, of course.
I mean, for some reason it's lower on your list. I don't know. Maybe you thought. I don't know. Maybe you just got confused.
I can tell you the actual reason that it's higher on my list. Actually, I can tell you the 2 reasons. I
totally believe these are true.
Number 1 is because I haven't actually prepared for this at all. And number 2 is because with Dan had just moved back when he started doing it, and I was able to get some shows. Like he didn't know me, and he gave me a shot, and it meant a lot more to me. You guys were my friends, so
sure.
Yeah.
Fuck your friends, but yeah, exactly. This stranger that I just met off the street.
Sure.
I like him better.
If I were to describe myself in one quality, it is untrustworthy.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Not loyal.
I think the beginning of this podcast proved that.
Yeah.
Unreliable.
Mm-hmm. All those things.
Again, I was here, and I was ready to go.
Weird, because me and Sean were also here, and we didn't see you.
I didn't set up. I had devices set up. I just
no one that even looked like you. Like there was nothing.
What even is the background of this?
What, me? That's
Is
just
that you?
yeah, that's me. I'm at a wedding. I'm at Ryan Staples' wedding.
Oh, you know what? That guy, I remember he hosted a show at Stage Time.
Yeah, he was used. That guy is pretty funny. That guy, yeah, I miss that guy. Yeah, so Staples died. I told you he died. Dead. Him and Sean Connolly. Murder suicide.
I heard that Ryan was caught in a freak WrestleMania accident.
Well, that's what the news is getting told, but that's
Yeah.
not the truth. Yeah. All right, so where are we down? The top twos here? Sean Carter, number 2.
Number 2 is a place that I've never had a bad show at because I've only done 2 shows there and crushed it both times.
That counts.
Good Nights Comedy Club in Raleigh, North Carolina. I did the first show. It was like part of the World Series of Comedy back like, I don't know, 8 years ago or whatever. And the first show I crushed. And somebody like asked me for my autograph. I like moved on to the next round. I mean, it was just insane. And then the next show I lost, but only because I went under my time. Like the guy that was judging it was just like, if you just talked for 2 more minutes, you would have won. But we decided that like, you know, since you're supposed to do 10 minutes and you only did like 7, maybe you didn't have enough time to do 10.
Do you like, I just can't afford to watch?
I just like the last joke that I did just hit so hard that I was like, there's no way I'm going to lose this, and just like walked off the stage.
Drop the mic. Good night, everyone.
And then they're just like, nah, you know what? You lose.
It was a 10-minute spot.
Yeah, I mean, it was fine.
So when was this?
I don't know. It must have been like 8 years ago or something. It's probably like 2013 or something.
What were you doing
around with John Baglio?
What were you doing down there? Just road tripping?
You know, they have the World Series of Comedy where they like do all these satellite shows in different like comedy clubs, and the World Series of Comedy itself is not a great like event, but it gives you the opportunity to get into like different comedy clubs and like, you know, do a show at Good Nights or do a show at Laugh Boston. Like some people have probably gotten on at Laugh Boston that weren't booked, you know, wouldn't normally get booked there. You know, you can travel and do some shows. So I signed up for it just to go do like a few shows in different like states.
Nice. Shit you can do when you're younger. Although you just did it, but you got stuck.
Yeah, I got stuck this time. You know?
Yeah, you got stuck. Do you have any plans of like for further down the line fulfilling this dream of RVing across the country, or is it that dream over?
Oh yeah, like in like 3 years when like this comedy club is just killing it, and I don't need to be here to manage it.
Well-oiled machine.
The road, you know, have my general manager take care of things, and you know.
I think you should have Canavan move down there and have him run things.
I can do it remotely. I can do it from here. As you know,
he's got everything he needs. Tech savvy. That's what I think of. You said untrustworthy. I say tech savvy. That's what I think.
Yeah, I try to get. I mean, I've tried to get Canavan to move down here quite a few times already, but
I believe it.
He doesn't care that there's 3 comedy clubs coming in here. He's like, I've quit comedy. I don't want to be there. Mm-hmm. So,
well, we're better place than the rebirth to have a rebirth into the comedy world,
right?
And Bristol, Tennessee.
And Carter has open spots. Believe me, he knows nobody down there.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't want to do that. I mean, the club sounds great. I'm just not a good comic.
Because I mean,
how dare you say that about my friend?
First of all, not a requirement. Second of all, not true, but also not a requirement. So you can still go down there. He has plenty of spots.
Yeah.
And who knows? Maybe you'll find that juju again, right? You'll find that funny. Do you think you were ever funny? Yeah, I said juju.
Is that the right word? Juju?
Juju, isn't it?
Did you mean mojo?
No. I know what mojo is. It's a synonym to juju.
Thinking of juju bees? Do you think that I should have candy?
Yes, and get them stuck in your teeth, and then maybe you'd be like, huh.
Did you have dinner yet? I know me and Sean haven't had dinner. Are you having a French dip? Are you thinking of a Jew? Like
no. Also, I had my second shot yesterday. I'm a little woozy today, so it's I'm a
second shot of
tequila.
That first one was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Second shot.
not a good
We
drinker.
are also good at improv, aren't we?
Not a good drinker. All right, number 2, please, Rick Canavan.
The Comedy Studio.
Oh, there it is. All right, Sean, number 1.
Okay, the number one.
I don't do any of this.
That I performed at is the Vermont Comedy Club up in Burlington, Vermont.
No kidding.
Yeah, it's just the perfect size for the room. Nice big stage, lighting's great, sounds great. You know, the bar is in a separate room. You get your own green room. You come in from backstage, and the crowds are always great. The owners are amazing. I mean, the whole thing is killer, and they also get great comics up there all the time.
Interesting. I didn't know there was a scene in Burlington, Vermont. Or is that just the only place?
It's a small scene, but they bring in their headliners.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Just like Blue Ridge will.
Yeah, exactly. Just like
Hey,
that.
if Dustin can get people to come to Key West, you can get people to come to Blue Ridge.
I hope so.
Just got to find a condo, airfare, whatever. Whatever you got to do. Get them down there.
Pay them
Car
to be, yeah.
Canavan, when are you going down there? I need to know. When are you making your way down to Bristol? To see your friend, Sean, who's starting a club. I thought you'd go down and support him.
Yeah, I'm going to go down at some point.
Oh, when is that? You got a plan? When's the plan?
I don't know.
Okay. You don't know?
I got a vacation coming up. That might be it.
Might be.
Yeah.
Might be. All right. I just know if I had a good friend opening a club, changing his life, really, just like a life-altering moment, I would want to be there. But
hey, Sean, are tickets going to be available online?
Rick, I think you could get in. I might even have a guest spot for you.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great. I don't do comedy anymore.
Not a requirement. Not a requirement. I'm telling you. So what? All right, Rick, what is your number 1? Everybody's waiting.
My number 1 is Maggie's Lounge.
Maggie's Lounge.
Yep. You can say it's not a comedy club if you want.
I will never.
We had a lot of fun there, and it's a mile from my house.
Oh, very nice. That's a good reason.
I recorded an album there. That was great. It's almost ready to be released. Do you want to hear some of that, Doug?
Yeah, let's hear it. Hum a few tunes.
All right. Yeah, let me get the thing. I have it on my. Just got to get it over.
Yeah, you got. Yeah, I'm sure. You just get past all the wires and everything else.
See you at the crossroads because I won't be lonely. See you at the crossroads because you won't be lonely. See you at the. It's an album of Bone Thugs and Harmony covers.
I could tell. You did it real well. Yeah.
It's going to be coming out maybe later this summer.
Well, it's very exciting. That's big news. I'm dropping all sorts of news tonight. This is crazy. I wonder what I think mine would be. Did you guys ever do? I used to love this club. I think Wisecracks are probably number 1. But remember the Comedy Safari?
I never did it. I do remember
Frank Foley.
It existed at the Worcester.
Yeah, it was just on. It was another. I like the long clubs. Answer that question.
We had to sell the trailer.
Oh.
Yeah. To buy equipment for the club.
No. Well, hey, easy come, easy go. You're not going anywhere anymore.
True.
But yeah, I like the Comedy Safari. There's many installments. I like the one that was just had the long, like the first one he did in Worcester.
That's the one I did. The bread box, the big bread box.
Yeah, I like those kind of clubs. Those are cool. I liked in Connecticut. It was the same kind of thing. The Lucky Circle, or it was like a Lucky Strike or something like that.
Lucky Star. It's New York to Boston.
No, never mind. And the Funny Bone. You guys do the Funny Bone in Connecticut?
Oh yeah, I like the Funny Bone.
That's a pretty sweet club.
And I also did it.
That's where I got hired by Pauly Shore.
Wow. So yeah, you could definitely meet some big names down there.
I brought in some known comics.
Yeah.
I have also met some known comics.
I've met some comics that people have heard of.
Yeah, you would be like, really? Those kind of comics.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah. All right, guys, this was really fun. Sorry for everything that happened in the beginning of the episode, Sean.
I blame Rick.
Yeah.
Hold on.
No.
I'm not the one being apologized to. Sean is the one being.
Yeah, Sean, I apologize for how this started.
Yes.
From the bottom of my heart, please, I hope you forgive me.
Yeah, of course. It's not your fault.
No, it isn't. I appreciate you saying that.
It's not your fault.
Guy.
I can't wait to go find out what fake chicken tastes like cold.
Me too, because it's. I mean, if only we could start it earlier than we did. But whatever. That's old news. It would have been great if we could have, but we didn't. I'm not going to talk about who's at fault. The show's over. It was a great show. I really appreciate you.
Oh, the show's over. Thank God. Oh, boy.
Oh no! Wait. Guys, Travis.
I thought we were still live.
All right, so that's the show. Say goodbye, everybody. Thank